Hey everybody, Phil here. We're going to do a fun little game today. I am going to bust 5 poker myths in 5 minutes. That's especially going to be tough for me because I like to be long-winded. Let's see how I do. Online poker is rigged. So online poker is almost always not rigged. A lot of people think that sites are juicing the RNG, random number generator, to create more action, which then generates more rake. But actually that works against the interest of a poker site because the last thing a poker site wants is players going broke. So generating big pots, making players go broke, either having them redeposit, which costs the site in fees, or having them quit forever, which hurts the site's game quality and liquidity, is absolutely not what the sites want. Now, is it possible that a site could be rigged such that, certain accounts are winning? There was the Absolute Poker and Ultimate Bet scandals where there was actually somebody on the inside that could see other people's hole cards. Those things are possible, but are usually not happening, and definitely not the myth that everybody thinks of, which is that they're juicing pots. I think that's extremely unlikely to be happening anywhere. Poker players are dishonest or sketchy. Now, first, the caveat: in any industry, especially one where a lot of money is involved, you're going to get some bad actors, some cheaters, some scammers, some liars who are trying to exploit, trying to make money off of that. But on the whole, the average poker player that I've met is more honest than the average person that I've met outside of poker. And in poker, in all of gambling, kind of your word is everything. And so you have a reputation that builds over time. And there are a lot of people who I've dealt with who I would trust my entire net worth to. Many people that I would trust my entire net worth to, which I don't think is something that a lot of people can say. I mean, you could say it about your brother or a couple friends, but I could think of a dozen people in poker. So poker players, while there are some bad apples, generally very honest, and bluffing has nothing to do with dishonesty. Poker isn't gambling. A lot of people will say that because poker is a skill-based game, but poker is absolutely gambling as well. It involves a lot of variance and a lot of luck in the short term, and the long term can take quite a while. The thing is, what people need to understand is that everything is gambling. There are so many aspects of your life that are gambling. The more obvious examples that correlate to true gambling are like the stock market, being an entrepreneur, starting a business. Those things are absolutely gambling. And taking it further, choosing a career path, going with this job over another, there's going to be some skill in that decision, but there's also going to be some luck. You don't know what that boss is going to be like. You don't know what opportunities that job is going to lead to. And your decision to cross the street carries some risk. Even if you're doing everything right, things can go poorly. And even if you're doing everything poorly and closing your eyes and crossing a highway, you might come out on the other side okay. Tournament winnings equal earnings. A lot of people will see these huge numbers put up, X person has 54 million in live tournament earnings. This person has 65 million. This person has 20 million. Those are not profit. Those are the gross winnings across all tournaments that they've played. But in theory, you could have 30 million in tournament earnings and be losing because you've entered more than 30 million worth of tournaments. So usually the people high up on those lists are really good players who've had a lot of success, but it doesn't have a ton to do with their net worth or their profits over the years. First of all, because it doesn't track buy-ins, but second of all, because in these high roller tournaments, usually players play with not 100% of their action. They sell action or swap action with other people to reduce variance. And so someone might win $10 million, but only win $1 million. Being a poker pro is an easy and glamorous life. Doyle Brunson once said, poker is a hard way to make an easy living. And I like that because he's Doyle Brunson, but also because it's true. Poker it can appear easy, and at times it can be. Once you've acquired enough skills, when you find yourself in a good game, good games that you can continually beat, and you've built a big bankroll so that the swings are not damaging your real life. But for the overwhelming majority of pro poker players, it's a very hard life. You are subject to variance, so you need to keep so much bankroll aside to withstand the swings. It's very easy to go for months losing at a time. And so if you're not earning so much more than you need to pay your living expenses, then you can actually run out of money quite easily. It's a really hard game to play really well. And so gaining that big edge and accumulating a big enough bankroll so that you're not in trouble all the time and under stress is difficult. All right, so I almost got there in under 1 minute with each of them. Last one, I did my best. I appreciate your time. This one didn't take so much of it, so hopefully you enjoyed that. I will see you in the comment section, and I will see you next time. Until then, take care.